Alrighty, and we are on the air. It's been a couple of months, but the Hey Kitty live stream free art extravaganza have fun time is back.
You know y'all missed my circles.
Oop, and I've apparently got this open in another window somewhere. There we go. Don't like hearing my own voice.
All right, we should.
Pick one.
I should probably get the chat open somewhere.
Right. Let me actually send you the proper link because the one that I had up earlier is bad.
Okay, send us all the chat and then advertise it everywhere.
Yeah.
All the places.
All right. And Twitter, good. No, Kitty's Twitter. Let's put it on mine. And then Pear. I have so many social media outlets.
Yeah.
Oh, I get you now.
So yeah, it has been a couple of months. I apologize. Things have been a lot lately.
They have indeed.
Yeah, I imagine if you were actually trying to stream during these last couple months, it would wind up like the last one that actually happened, where it was shenanigans and
and then
technical issues.
We're shutting down a little early. Bye bye.
Oh yeah, I think I had my Wi-Fi or something wasn't set up yet or something like that. I had just moved.
Was it that one, or was it the one where you were here and we were both trying to do it from my
Lord.
computer?
It honestly could have been either. It happens a lot that it's like, because I was doing the travel job for so long, and sometimes there was just no Wi-Fi or not nearly enough, bandwidth to make a live stream. And then occasionally we were just in the same room, which was fun, but had its issues.
And the Void server got all screwy. I guess I'll put it in general.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we just put it in general.
Cat.
Sorry, that's mine. Every time I'm on a headset, she thinks I'm talking to her. Don't you? Oh, fuck. Matt, do you love to feed the
What
cat?
do you
Because
mean
I
you're
forgot.
not talking to the cat 100% of the time?
Right. Usually when I have headphones on, Kaya's like, there's something attacking your face. I'll kill it for you. Don't worry, I've got it. That's also her reaction to long hair, because I have short hair and my boyfriend has short hair. So when my sister visited and she has a really long braid, I think Kaya was like, there's a snake on your head and on your shoulder. I can kill that. Don't worry. She wouldn't leave it alone.
Okay, let's draw something useful. Or stupid. Probably stupid.
Well, we did have one pre-stream request from Bugs.
Go on.
I believe the specific request was 70s style hot pants, shorty shorts.
God, I feel like that's what Kitty usually wears. I just make them into jean shorts or something.
Then maybe not Kitty. Maybe it should be like Lucky or somebody.
Yeah, I feel like Lucky could rock some short shorts.
You know who it's gonna be.
I should never have let you help design a character.
You got Void to design him.
Yeah, same thing.
I thought that was a live stream, right?
It
Yeah,
was.
yeah, that was on a live
Void.
stream.
It was all of us.
Well, I guess that's
We
true.
did this to ourselves.
This time I wanted control. He's like, hey, let's have everybody help design a character. Last time that happened, I ended up having to draw like a platypus over and over again. So I wanted veto power this time. It was actually a buddy of mine whose birthday was yesterday who said that we should make him an eye, and I was like, oh my god, they're terrifying. It's perfect.
So yeah, YouTube has changed around their back end a bit, and it's been screwing with me.
Like how so? Because on this end of things, it seems mostly the same.
Yeah, it's they changed around the studio stuff, and so like I had a bad link for the live stream setup for a long time now because it said that it set it up like it did before, but instead of setting it up to go to a hangout, it just set it up as a solitary stream, as if I were gonna stream a video game or something like that from
Okay.
from off source, and then it wouldn't let me change it to a group stream. There we go.
Nobody wants to see
Pop
the
out
drawing.
chat. There we go.
Vincent's like, what? It's laundry day.
Can I write swear words?
Yeah, actually, I think some of the weird stuff about how YouTube's adult stuff works is you can swear a bunch, and as long as we don't say it's okay for kids, and just no actual nudity.
Are we marked as an adult stream?
I believe we are. We should be, at least.
Oh, well.
Well, if we're not, we are now.
Right.
Why is Heather making fun of the good doctor?
It's adult stream, I just found out, so. So I'm going all Jessica Rabbit.
Yeah. This is relative to some of our fans' interests.
It should be Lucky, so. Just for the rabbit pun.
Oh.
Did I say Lucky? I meant Magnet.
Well, I've drawn Lucky now.
Yeah.
Too late.
You did say Lucky, but I got what you meant when you said for the rabbit pun.
I didn't. I got confused. I just woke up. He made me wake up. I slept until the very last possible second. Fox was like sending me phone calls like, you're not going to oversleep, right? I was in the bathroom. My husband picks up the phone. Yeah, she's out of town.
Yeah. Yes, he definitely caught me in my am I going to be polite or angry transition. Like, she's downtown. Okay.
You might have been able to hear me in the background, like toothbrush in hand, mad.
and I did, and that's why I was like, oh, okay.
Do something on your board.
In this time since we've been gone, launched Unluckies, I'm going to shitpost a little Unluckies in here too.
I believe I even put in the description that there would likely be unluckies.
Oh yeah. So start with Jart here next to. Boy, I started the day drawing pantsless Vincent. That's occurring to me.
But it's what coast are you on right now?
I'm on the West Coast. I know it's noon,
It's noon.
but
3 p.m. over here. I've gotten things done already today. I don't think you're just starting the day. I think you started the day napping.
No, we stay up very late because we have night hours, and also last night we bought a Switch.
Oh, that's right. My Switch is charged. I'll have to actually get my Nintendo ID and stuff.
Tay, I can't even begin to know how to draw that. You're gonna make me draw a bank?
Well, at least a teller, right?
I don't know about getting old. Isn't paying your taxes the most adult thing you could do?
There's a lot of very adult things.
Most of them are depressing.
Ah, crap. I'm suddenly reminded I need to pay the car loan. It's so boring.
Live streaming is useful.
Budget coaching is an adult thing, then.
Yes.
What is
Yes, it is.
Budget coaching?
Oh, budget coaching. That's true. You have a very grown-up job.
Even though I find it very fun and kind of ridiculous sometimes. Like with my client this morning, we just talked about art most of the time.
I believe that may be more of a reflection of you than of budget coaching in general.
Oh, yes. I don't know if the budget coaching really mostly exists, but
well, fair.
I say it does, so it does. But yes, I get to do what I want, so it is a reflection of me.
I am currently looking for work, and I keep getting asked questions like, well, what would you like to be doing for a living? And I keep having to answer stuff that's like, well, here's the stuff that I would like to be doing, but I also need to get paid. So this is what I'm willing to do to get paid.
Yeah, the things I would like to be doing aren't the same things as what I'm applying for here. So let's go ahead and push that question aside.
This is for a customer service rep position, and nobody grows up saying, I want to answer phones for a living. So
no, right? It's like, do you want me to be honest or what?
I want to communicate with people and solve problems.
Right, yeah.
And it's not like you don't do customer service with what you're working on right now.
Yeah, customer service is definitely going to be a part of whatever I end up doing. It's just, I'd rather be doing it for, say, artists and people that would, like to make a living doing a thing that they love more than filling out order forms for industrial pumps or something like that. For adults. Is that a bank or a dank?
Yeah,
you're the one from the dank. Now available in Missouri, was it? I think this past Tuesday, 2 states.
Did 2 more states add in
the states legalized
dank tellers?
Dank tellers.
I'm so mad. I'm trying to decide how professional versus obnoxious I'm going to be versus this bag of chips over here.
Mouth
Shen,
sounds.
If you start crunching, I'm going to get the fresh bag of Fritos that I bought the other day.
I'll be right back.
All right. Suddenly became brunch chat.
Oh God. There are a lot of people that just tuned out of the restream, and there's like 3 people that are super happy.
Is that a thing? Because I'm just hungry.
I mean, this is the internet. You know the answer to that.
ASMR Shen Travis quietly draws Hey Kitty shitposts and eats chips.
hate ASMR videos.
I'm not a fan either, but the sheer
This-
ridiculousness of some of them is funny to me. Like Bayonetta calmly and quietly explains her very complicated Applebee's order.
I'm sorry, what? Is that a real link, please?
Okay, give me a minute. I haven't actually looked for it. I've just seen people share screen caps of it.
I just got a snack, and you know what I discovered?
I
What
have
is it?
no idea.
Very entertaining things happen when you ask kids to put groceries away.
Oh no.
Such as the very logical thing, like putting a 4-pack of tomato soup cans on top of the chow mein noodles instead of the other way around.
Yeah, instead of the underneath. This has very quickly gone to troubling places. Everybody's getting food. And here I made a point of eating my PB&J before the stream. Silly
I
me.
did
Good
too,
for you.
in my stream.
Good job adulting, Fox.
Yeah.
I show everyone your
The very adult action of throwing together a peanut butter and jelly sandwich before getting on the internet, which is
You're right, that's about the adult thing I've ever heard.
You should
Actually,
we
wait,
should just take one moment and show Fox's screen.
No, do not. I hate that thing. It's terrifying.
Did it just freeze
Yes,
when I closed it?
actually, it's less scary when it doesn't move.
I feel like if it was
I think we got it back. It just did a little jiggle.
Well, no, so the program's off, so it shouldn't
Oh.
at all. For those that are curious, though, I will show for a moment. Let's see here. You're presenting. Yeah, so I got Face Rig, which is this thing that lets you live puppetry a CG character. All right. Now you can see Shen again. And the puppetry is very cool, but can be slightly unsettling, especially if you happen to wear glasses, so it doesn't follow your eyes well, and everything just sort of gets all swimmy and movie.
All right. As a bit of a distraction, I got bad news, Shen.
Mm.
It's not an actual video, but I did find the Photoshop screen cap again.
That'll do, I guess.
Google was very, very fast to suggest the entire title when I just typed in Bayonetta Applebee's.
I guess everybody else went, that's not real, is it? There, I drew a little baby
Oh,
Fox
geez,
enjoying a peanut butter and jelly
Fox
sandwich.
eating his PB&J.
That's adorable.
That's perfect. I don't know who Nerdcubed is. I'm guessing a streamer, but apparently there's a video of him playing with Face Rig. And yeah, there's some really cool stuff that's come out of Face Rig. There's some deeply unsettling stuff that has come out of Face Rig. You can now get anime avatars that, yeah, do the same move and talk and stuff with them. It's interesting.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, looking through it myself, there's another program that will, like, you can feed in normally 2D characters, and it will convert them to stuff Face Rig can use rather easily. So
that makes sense.
So there's a wealth of easily doable anime avatars.
Yeah. I keep contemplating trying to commission somebody to build a Fox for me in it.
I never saw the results, but there was one artist I saw who was like, okay, I'm going to try and learn Face Rig and I'm going to take a couple, like, avatar commissions while I'm at it.
Cool.
So
Yeah, I know there's people doing it out there. We got a recommendation for Shen to draw somebody in a Bayonetta style pose and or outfit.
I don't.
That'd be pretty good.
Play Bayonetta, but I guess I can try and find some Raph.
I imagine if you put in Bayonetta pose, you will get a lot of stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. Yep, that's about what I expected that to be.
Trying to decide if I want to draw this one. Good heavens. Yeah, I gotta draw this one. I don't know if this is real or not. Which makes me want to draw it more.
Which one are you looking at?
It probably is.
Hang on, it's better if I just draw it.
Yeah.
What character?
Do Heather.
I
Heather would probably appreciate Bayonetta.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yep, that's the one. Bayonetta is a curious character. She, her clothing and equipment is all made, or well, I guess her clothing and some of her equipment is all made out of her hair. So as she does more stuff and more stuff changes, she gets less clothed because she's using more of her hair to do it. And she has guns in her high heels.
And that's about the least crazy thing you could say about the games, to be totally honest.
Like, that's where they start, and then it gets weird from there.
Yeah. They're fun games, though. I'd recommend playing them.
Are they on Switch now?
Yes, they are.
Yeah. I think it's a combo pack. You get 1 and 2.
Yeah. The US release of the combo pack has a cartridge. You gotta flip the canvas upside down to finish this.
Oh.
Lord, that came out terrible. But you know what? Whatever.
But
what you get, Tay.
Recognizably Bayonetta, to be fair. I should get that, because I never actually played the second one. I played the first one, but the second one was on Wii U, I think.
Yeah.
And I had a Wii U, I just never got it.
Yeah, I got the combo pack when it came out for Switch, and I hadn't played either beforehand. The second one is a lot more forgiving in a lot of ways than the first one.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Because, like,
first one kicked my butt.
First one, you lose all of your magic power, and you got to start over building that up. You do not in the second one. Just as, like, one example.
Yeah.
So, I guess it could also have been...
I was going to say something to the effect of, I got to this point where I was fighting this giant angel thing and it was kicking my butt and I couldn't really get past it, but I realized that doesn't really narrow down where I might have been in that game.
Much. Like, giant angel things are actually really difficult. Oh, hold on, that was the entire game.
Now I'm trying to think of what other video game characters Kitty and her friends should be dressed up as, or posing like. Kirby. How do you dress up as Kirby? Kirby dresses up as people after he eats them.
Just like wrap yourself up in pink towels until you can see not but your feet and hands, and slap some cardboard eyes on it, and you're done.
Doing the sexy cosplay version here.
And I never realized that Misty was just sexy Mario cosplay.
Yeah, you didn't notice?
No, but you're right.
I mean, that's what you get when you take overalls and you make them sexy, I guess. Well, it's either that or it's like clearly these overalls aren't big enough, and also you're not wearing anything underneath.
I wonder if I did a sexy overalls before. Hang on, let me see if I can find it. I have a folder called Warm Up where I put all of my shit posts in right now. This one is 152 layers, and it's also number 15, so this is going to...
Rhyminy.
Oh.
Hang on, I won't go through all 150. If I can't find it right away, I'm going to quit. Bam! Found it!
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. It's like I was saying,
Yeah.
gosh, those overalls are a little small and
Sexy overalls on gray.
really not wearing too much underneath. But hold on, Shen.
Yes?
Those overalls, they look like they have functioning pockets. So clearly you could go like shorter and less cloth.
This is an art challenge somebody was offering, like, draw your characters in overalls. And I was like, you guys didn't expect this one. Because they were all doing it cute. I ask this question every single time, and every single time I forget the answer. I should really write it down on my freaking hand or something. Do androids have belly buttons?
No.
I didn't catch that. You...
No, androids do not have belly buttons.
Okay.
They're not born.
I know. I wasn't sure if it was like synthetically added to make them look more, you know.
Valid question.
Yeah, and like you said, it's something that
we've covered before. It would be more valid
before.
if I hadn't asked 800 times and forgotten every single time.
But we do tend to end up with a little like poof of fluff around there because people get really uncomfortable, it seems, when you draw humanoid characters without belly buttons.
In the end, like, I've got a fish boy, and I ended up giving him a belly button just because it kept feeling weirder not to. Also, I decided that my merfolk are mammalian, so I decided that makes most sense.
That does make the
That makes a little more sense, and you'll get a little less. Why does this merfolk lady have discernible boobies?
Yeah.
Listen. I can draw whatever I want. Shut up.
Well, one thing I did do to discern my merfolk more is they don't have fingernails or toenails.
Ah, okay.
Interesting.
I'll have to look a little closer the next time they come up.
There's, yeah. The reproductive habits of merfolk is one of those things that just opens up perhaps too many questions.
Yes, but it was part of my entire like backstory for one of my characters in my comics, so I had to really, really think about this.
I know the feeling.
Oh, I'm gonna need more soda pop in a second.
More caffeine.
Something going back to the like video game stuff. I feel like have something with Sims since the diamond thing is hovering. Just like, what?
Look, I can do this there. Now it's Sims.
Oh.
There is if Sims
Sorry.
ever released a like anthropomorphics pack, I would have to get it just to build the abandoned
Oh my god!
As
oh my god!
In Sims.
I would like make you live stream that or something. Like, so how are my babies doing?
Time to look up if anyone's made a mod for that at all, and just pester Fox about it constantly.
Right.
And Tate does
I know. I
point
just
out
read
that
Taze. I got to draw something stupid.
if it were
Yeah,
properly The Sims, someone would be on fire or drowning.
I'm trying to decide which character. Hang on.
Well, I mean, if somebody's on fire, it's probably Fox, right?
Yes. gotta go smaller than this with my space left.
I feel like Quill should be standing next to this boy, talking to the audience and saying, I guess the player's not feeling great today.
Right.
In a bad mood.
Oh, wait.
Yes, perfect.
Man, I've been doing so much writing for Hey Kitty stuff, Pear stuff, and none of it is actually for the upcoming chapter. Like, I really need to just work on finalizing some scripts, some more scripts.
But Fox, you shared some of that stuff, and it was great. Even if it isn't like directly related to what's going on.
Well, hopefully at the end of the month I'll be able to share. Well, at the end of the month I'll start editing, but then be able to share a big chunk of that. Y'all can blame Anne for this because she's the one that wanted a role-playing game.
Thank you, Anne.
Yay.
This has been like a very, very good thing to make Fox do.
Well, we're 2 pages in here and we haven't had any Officer Hot Dad yet. So
Welly, welly, well.
Well, we did have a request there.
right for we caught your son skipping school while on fire, but I believe that was part of the Sims.
Wait, hang on. I could still do this non-sim and it. All right,
I'm not sure, by the way, if Officer Hot Dad is supposed to be on fire or if the son is, but
Well, I mean, also, who is the son that they think is related to Officer Hot Dad?
I
think he's just
imagine it would
talking
be
to like anybody.
I imagine it would be Officer Richards taking somebody in for
Oh,
truancy.
he's
But
saying that. Sorry, I thought someone was telling him that his son was. I got it. That makes more sense.
I'll just make it some rando. Bunny.
Ferris Bunny's day off.
oh,
Too small.
not Ferret Bueller.
Ooh, that one's way better.
Damn, that's really good. Thought of that one fast. Did that come up before?
No, that was just me running through the title and trying to, as quickly as I could, associate animal to word.
Right, hang on.
That's what I thought the kid was the one that was supposed to be on fire.
Oh, I see. Apparently,
Yeah, but
yeah,
then I thought this was funnier.
it
It's
is.
funny, yeah.
It's like, what are you going to tell the officer is on fire, McGee here?
Right. Look, I want to argue about this, but clearly you've been through some stuff today.
I feel like the kid should be like holding.
Oh no. Now he's really Officer Hot Dad.
Oh, I thought of that one earlier.
I thought that's why we were going for Officer Richards on fire this time
That's
around
why-
instead
Right.
of just anyone else.
That's where I was going.
Coming
So
soon, see Officer Hot Dad, hotter than he's ever been before.
started with hot pants, now we're at hot dad, literally on fire hot. Tay also points out that one of the other things that can happen is that Death can refuse to kill somebody because they're a fan of the band, of their stuff in The Sims.
Which one was that in? Because there were in Sims 3 or Sims 2.
It's
One of them you could also plant. You could find a seed that if you planted it and grew the flower, and your sim had it in its possession, then Death would take the flower instead of the sim.
I don't remember that one. The Death not taking it as part of the careers pack or Hollywood pack, something like that. I don't remember. I haven't actually played much of them lately, so I don't really know them well. I've
I
just
haven't-
seen other people playing them.
I haven't played 4 at all.
I like the ones with ghosts.
Yeah.
We have been intentionally trying to kill people before just to get ourselves haunted. So we made a pool, and when someone was swimming in it, we took the ladder away, and they drowned and died. And then they became a ghost, and every single night they swam around the pool.
Was that in Sims 2?
They have unfinished
They made
business.
it so that you
Gotta
could
finish their workout.
without a ladder, which was annoying.
Oop, this cat just crawled into my lap. Hi.
Oh yes, I'm helping.
But that reminded me that one of the things we talked about was the on again, off again subplot of a Android pop group. The
You smell like cat food.
the possible. I hope that was still to the cat. The possible subplot of Androids having a music group.
The name of the band.
What's that? Did you say the name of the band is You Smell Like Cat Food?
It is now.
That's what I said.
They're kind of a neo-punk band. They're
I'm sorry. You know what I should do? Save.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Good idea.
I have a live stream folder somewhere. In here. There it is. What are we at? What number is this? Good freaking God. 13.
YSLCF.
Yeah, I'm going from.
What is it doing? Am I actually drawing a band?
Yes.
I don't know.
YSLCF.
Or at least somebody in a Android themed pop group.
It's one of those one of those bands like Metalocalypse. I don't remember if Metalocalypse was the name of the band or the show, but like
Both.
it was like a guy who plays all the instruments and stuff himself and just produces it himself, but hires actual performers to go out and play on tour.
Android studio performers.
Yeah.
That's man. Android studio musicians. They always sight read the music correctly, and boy, that would piss some people off.
Yeah, but you got to bring like completely accurate sheet music with you if you want them to play a particular part, and they
Right.
don't improvise well or keep up with weird time changes or something. I'm sorry, like 7/16 time is not compatible with my internal CPU clock. I just
no.
I
I
can't.
feel like that could be a fun side story at some point, like the evolution of sentience of the Android backup musician who happens to meet like Kitty or something at a concert or backstage or something like that, and then starts being too good for its own good.
Yeah, it just has.
What?
Hello?
Did you?
Did we
You,
lose Fox?
you cut? Yeah, come on. I thought it was me.
Fox. We might have lost Fox. We're still alive though, so like,
I'm still drawing.
yeah. Message from Fox. Well, period. My PC just crashed.
Oh, all right.
Lovely.
Well, he'll be back.
I'm honestly a little surprised. We're according to the Google Hangout thing, we're still live because I thought it was like transmitting to his PC and then to the rest of the internet, but I guess not.
They're telling him we're still live. How does this work?
Just keep drawing. Keep drawing the band. The show must go on.
The show must go on.
Either that or like you open yourself up to just random random stuff by myself.
Dude, I've been open to that the whole time. I'm just waiting for people to say it. And then I get pop stars and Officer Richard's on fire. It's just all kinds of
Okay. You should draw some of the androids around a table playing Dungeons and Dragons because Fox is working on that role-playing game rule set.
Oh my god. I don't think I knew he was doing that. That sounds awesome.
It's my fault.
It's Anne's fault.
I take credit.
Yeah, he's asked a couple questions to the Pear Discord.
Oh, good.
So
That makes me happy.
seems to be coming along at least. He's definitely thinking about it.
Matching floofy dresses because it's J-pop.
Yep. My other ridiculous request that I've been saving up was Big Titty Sphinx TF, just because, just because I got drunk last night and wound up asking both Fox and Flutters for it.
I didn't. What'd you say? A Sphinx?
Big Titty Sphinx transformation.
Oh. Sphinx. How do I draw? Hang on, I gotta put some. Oh. Well, what's it transform into or from?
From anyone else. From anyone that's not a Sphinx.
Okay.
Take your transform Fox into a Sphinx.
Oh Lord, no. I refuse.
No. Why not? Why not?
I don't want to draw a fox with big titties.
You already draw Fox in the Power Girl outfit.
Did I do that? Oh God, probably.
What about
Multiple times, Ben.
Hang on a sec. All right. So Matt just waved at me from across the room and said, "No, you have to draw a fox with big titties." So I guess.
Thank you, Matt.
Thank you, Matt.
They said thank you. Finish this pop star.
Pear Comics has joined this video call.
Welcome back. You're not gonna believe what I have to draw next.
I think you are actually.
I think it's a Sphinx.
Oh, am I that predictable? Don't answer that.
Wait, now, let me finish my freaking J-pop.
Well, I would have guessed that anyway, but also I had my phone going just to make sure that the stream didn't like completely kaput when my computer decided to completely kaput.
Awesome alliteration.
Oh no, I'm the robot. Sorry, I was listening to some people talk about a role-playing game in which you had to. It was the Voight-Comp test as a role-playing game from Blade Runner, and so
it's. Why did you flip over that turtle of the role-playing game?
Yeah, so everybody gets a card or a couple of cards that tell them like, are you human or robot? And if you are a robot, like here's your like tells, and then your goal is to do what your card tells you to do, and also have the interviewer determine that you're human. But like one of the tells is alliteration. And so like at least 3 times during the interview, which is like 5 minutes, so it's pretty brief, you have to alliterate a whole sentence. And the guy that was talking about it is a writer, and so he alliterated a sentence or a couple of sentences while he was talking just because it's his habit. As a writer, he likes alliteration, and so they're like, "Haha, you're a robot," and he's like, "What? No, human. Why did you think that?" Like, because you kept doing these robotels, and it's like, "Oh no, that's just me."
Poor guy's gonna have some interesting self-reflection to do.
Oh hey, we got more people in chat since I poofed. See, I go away and people show up.
Fox, don't take it personally.
Clockwork Chorus, Pneumatic Pop.
And then Fox, if you haven't been keeping up with the chat since your computer exploded, Taylor was pretty interested in the system you're making.
Oh, so it's a pretty simple stripped down system that's somewhere between the old White Wolf stuff and Fate, and if you ever played it, strangely, the Buffy the Vampire Slayer system.
That's probably the one I'm least familiar with out of all of these.
Hey, Fausto's here. So yeah, it's 4 stats, 3 dice system. So all the numbers should stay really small. Should all be very easy to comprehend, very little math required kind of thing. And then just a lot of ways to customize your particular play to make your character a thing. Not dice pools, just 3 dice and 3 bonuses, and then from that you get a pool of successes. And Tate said dice pools and successes. So the basic stats are perceptive, empathetic, athletic, and resistant. So like that covers all of the things that you can do very broadly, and then you'll have knacks and stuff that are more specific. So the long distance runner and the weightlifter will both have high athletic scores, but then knacks will be what makes the difference between, he can pick something up that's really heavy that the other guy maybe couldn't, or she can run really far and this guy's going to burn out quicker whatever, stuff like that. But that's all in flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of the idea is to leave it more a storytelling style system. So it's all about collaborating to make a comic, essentially. And I'm trying to make it open enough that the comic that you make can be superhero stuff. Sorry, I just clicked back over to the screen to see what had happened.
All right, well, that happened.
Thank you, Shen. This is wonderful.
Wow, I completely lost what I was saying there.
In response to the chat, empathetic, I believe, is what was said, not pathetic.
Right, yeah. Yeah, it's real simple to remember the 4 because it's Pear.
Oh, clever, clever.
So it really is the Pear system for, Pear role-playing system. In much the same way that, like, a QWERTY keyboard is a QWERTY keyboard.
I heard horny keyboard.
QWERTY, QWERTY.
That makes more sense, but kind of less sense for this track.
Fair.
Nope. Cursed horny keyboard. Try and type a suave, subtle message to someone you might like, and it's like, "Hey,
DTF.
hey, we should go out."
I did not realize there was a pro wrestling RPG today. That might be fun for some
Oh, he already linked me that.
storytelling. Yeah.
Nice.
Keep forgetting to read the rules. I don't have anyone to play games with.
Well, it should be a little easier to do now that you're not traveling all over every half month.
Yeah,
This is true.
we actually made a real effort yesterday to go out and actually meet people. So we found a game shop and played some card games with a guy. Well, that was fun.
No pills. Oh, nice.
But all of the nerds, they either like horror or wrestling, but not both. We got to find our people.
Festus says, "Draw a beefy male kit." I'm guessing that's Kitty.
I was trying to figure out what kit is, but you're probably right. And I believe I've drawn it before, but nonetheless, hang on. I am happy to do that.
So it's either that or a beefy male black firebird.
Or like the kit fox is a creature.
Cloud Kicker from Tailspin.
Sure.
I'm not doing that.
They are quickly trying to correct us that they meant Kitty, but we have gone off the rails.
Too late. It's already too late.
Nobody wants to see my beefy male Night Industries 2000. It's from the Knight Rider Transformers crossover comics, right?
I can do this. I just woke up, so I'll make a champion. Kind of, because she's got bangs. Oh my god, everything I'm doing is wrong. Sorry, I swear I can draw.
We've seen the comic. We know.
I feel like the comic just proves I can't.
Oh, jeez.
You know what I'm doing. Pay me anyway.
Oh, crap. That's right. I need to pay you.
Oh, yeah.
Also adulting.
Nah, I've just had some issues with my bank lately. I need to
I know you're good for it.
call them in.
Yes, what Fausta said.
Right across the top.
So the kit in response to Tay talking about cloud surfing would be Kit Cloud Kicker from Tailspin, the young bear cub who has, of all things, a what does he call it? An airfoil, which is like a mini wing that he can fold up like a fan, and he surfs out of the back of an airplane on.
So freaking cool.
The physics are somewhat questionable, but it's too awesome to bother.
Yeah.
Really
Every
asking.
single kid ever said, I don't see why that wouldn't work.
Yeah. I want to hang out the back of an airplane as it flies and essentially like sky surf.
I'm not afraid of heights. I was very much afraid of heights.
Might not be compatible.
Oh my gosh. She's gonna Google for tailspin.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Somebody's
Keeps Dave
about to
Surf John.
discover. Somebody's about to discover my first furry crush. Not Kit. Hang on. Oh my god.
Well, now you got to draw him, right?
Oh my god. I have to go get a ref. Oh my god. Little baby Shen almost turned furry. We're done.
Yeah, it's a Disney. It was Disney Afternoon animated show. It was not steampunk. It was like
I'm kind of sort of like an industrial punk kind of thing.
Yeah, because it was more like 40s instead of like
Victorian.
Victorian, yeah. But it used all of the characters from the Jungle Book. So Baloo was the roguish pilot main character. Shere Khan was the big bad corporate mogul. What's the
King Louis
orangutan? Yeah, King Louis ran Louis' bar, which was this tiki bar on a volcanic island in the middle of nowhere. There was also a refueling stop and probably a way station for smugglers. Yeah, it was kind of amazing.
Like Quarks.
Yeah. Yeah, imagine if Quark's bar was tiki themed and on an island. And yes, Tailspin spawned many a furry, I'm sure.
Almost got me.
Almost, she says. Drawing the character
you told me to draw it.
Yeah.
Look at, you know what?
For one of the 2 furry comics that she works on.
I feel like I'm drawing you guys my porn.
Well, then keep it above the waist.
This is actually not drawing, and I'm very sorry. I've actually shockingly never drawn this character before, despite my emotions.
Oh.
No, I can see that. Like,
by how bad the drawing is.
No, I mean it's the whole like, no, I want this one to be just right. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to let somebody else do it.
Exactly. I'm going to look at everybody else's drawing because I'm going to fuck it up, and then I'm going to be disappointed in me. When I went to go to Disney for a party, my husband sent me a text message that says, "Have fun. Don't run away with Don Carnage." Told him, "Dude, if I find him, you will never see me again."
Have you seen the Don Carnage episode of the new DuckTales?
Oh my god, yes.
I was honestly surprised that they made it into a musical.
Yeah, I was not expecting that direction. Not sad, just confused. I was still happy to see him, and he was still very Don Carnage. I gotta close that reference window now. Having the emotions.
There was another. That is actually a really that is clearly recognizable as Don Carnage. That is a good Don Carnage.
Right.
Yeah, it's pretty good, actually. Got that roguish charm.
He might be why I have a big old crush on pirates.
Air pirates.
I don't draw airplanes. I like boats. But all pirates.
You could do like big ol' blimp airship kind of deals.
Just makes me think that air pirates in Unlucky's would just be like other pirates getting launched out of cannons at your boat.
They might be able to launch Ghost because he can fly. Not great, but he can. Well, now I gotta draw a rooster being shot out of a cannon. I shouldn't need reference for this, but I do. Not that cannon. This cannon.
Disney creating furries since 1920. When did Disney start?
30s, but it was Snow White. No, wait, because then they had Mickey Mouse. So yeah.
So while you're
there
drawing,
were people in the 20s who were very conflicted about their emotions for.
So we do have a actually big announcement on this stream, although it is not directly Hey Kitty related. I want everybody to say congratulations to Anne and send best wishes. She is recently engaged.
Oh, hey, congratulations, Anne.
I saw that on Facebook. I was going to ask, but I didn't know if it was too personal.
Yeah, well, she said boyfriend earlier, and I was like, oh no, is it not public? I was about to say something.
I know, that's what I was wondering too. I was like, am I not allowed to? I want to congratulate. Is that okay?
We've been dating for almost 3 years, so I didn't realize that I had said boyfriend by accident. So.
Yeah.
These things happen.
That's good. Fiance is one of those weird, like, it's there. It's the briefest stage, right?
Yeah.
So after this, we're going to go look at the church that we're probably going to get married at. I just haven't seen it, so I need to like visually like look around and approve, but I'm not going for something expensive and fancy, so it's probably going to be this unless I see it and go, bring cake. Oh, I do work at a bakery, so.
Yeah, that's.
You work at a bakery, so you're not like 100% sick of cake all the time yet?
No, but I have gone up a couple of pant sizes.
Fair.
But working at a bakery will do that. I'd say we should draw the happy couple, but we don't have a persona for her companion. And the last time Anne had an avatar show up in Hey Kitty, it was Pangolin. And
no. I love you, Anne, but no, I'm not drawing that.
So maybe we'll save that for some other time.
Does everybody keep trying to make me draw things like that? In fact, I think Skulls keeps trying to make me draw pangolins too. Now I just refuse forever on principle.
I remember when I was younger, my mom and her side of family would tell us the story of how my grandma, who always slips up in how she talks, well, not always, but often, and my mom and her brother and my grandpa would make fun of her a lot. She used to always say, just on general principles. And so they'd make fun of her, like, who's that? Who's general principles? Blah, blah, blah. And so instead of stopping saying just on general principles, she just added to it. So she'd say whatever, just on general principles, whoever he is. So that's the saying in our family, is just on general principles, whoever he is.
Fair.
He said principle, so general principle, so that is.
General principle sounds like the principal at a military academy.
Yeah, basically.
Ooh, I like that suggestion.
Magnet as Yzma from Emperor's New Groove, the evil.
I know who it is.
queen?
I like
No, that was me getting partway into it and trying to remember what she actually
her
was.
title actually was.
She was the advisor, right?
Yeah, I think she's the advisor.
And then she
Yeah.
That movie stands up very well.
I freaking love that movie, dude. Oh, my back.
Oh, I love that the guy who played Piglet is in that movie.
Yeah, that's true. Just for a second, he's got that cameo.
The window guy.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah.
And then at the end, oh, don't worry, it's not the first time it's been thrown out the window, and it won't be my last. It's one of my favorite
I think
characters.
that might have been his last movie.
Aww.
Last Disney animation, at least.
Okay.
Well, we saw the Christopher Robin movie, and he definitely did the voice for Piglet there.
Well, I think it's a different guy.
Oh, really? Did he die?
Yeah.
Whoops,
Oh.
never mind. Then they found a really good sounding guy. That's a bummer. I didn't know he died. I'm all sad.
Yeah, in 2005.
Yikes.
Oh, that was a while ago.
Travis Oates has been doing it since then.
Ah.
Oh, Travis has been doing a very good job, seeing as none of us really noticed.
Right. It was John Fielder, though, from 1949 to 2005.
That was how long he was doing it, or how long he was alive?
No, that's how long he played Piglet. From the 1949...
what a career. 50 plus years.
Dude had a heck of a career. He's in a bunch of movies that you know, too. Mostly black and white, so maybe not that you know, but still.
I don't know. I've seen a couple black and white films.
I'm doing this one, of
I
course.
have a request once you're done with this one.
You know this is the Yzma I'm going to do.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
I keep getting emails from Dickens Fair.
Oh, that thing is so fun, dude. I wish I could go.
And I know I'm going at some point. I just don't know when.
Is that one of those like year-round Ren fairs?
No, it's like a Renaissance fair, but in Dickensian England, and it's a Christmas fair.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds really cool.
Fun.
Yeah, it's a ton of fun and
indoors.
Tastes so good.
Oh no, I hated the food. Food was
really?
awful. The shopping and the costumes.
I really want to get Dark Garden corset.
Oh God,
yeah.
I've been wanting one of those my whole life. Not that. No, that's all right. That's a lie. But God, those are the best corsets. I wish I could get one.
The first time that Fox took me to the Dickens Fair, I had really bad cramps for my period. And so
That's
I was like, no, I don't want to try that on because blah. And they're like, no, it'll feel good. And I wanted to, I
almost bought it on the spot.
I think I at that time had like a really crappy job. So I think I still had food stamps at the time, but I was like, I want this $300, $400 corset right now.
Yeah, I feel it. I tried one on. I was like, oh my God, I've never looked so good in my life. I took a card, but you know, it's not the same.
Yeah. Heck, even I look good in them. They're
I know,
pretty
right?
amazing.
They had really good drinks. There was that delicious cider,
Yeah.
the Wood cider.
Cider.
Oh my god, I want to go. But I'm in LA, so there's probably something fun.
Where is this one?
San Francisco.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a trip for me.
It is at, of all places, the Cow Palace in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Sure.
Which is actually a convention and stuff venue mostly now, but it's known as the Cow Palace because it was where all of the livestock trading happened.
Oh gosh.
But I think that my art request is Kitty and Heather visiting Dickens Fair and trying on Dark Garden. Corsets, yeah.
So what I'm hearing is Kitty and Heather in corsets. Got it.
Yeah.
Sure. Sounds good. I approve.
And then I've got one when you're done with that for the writing that I've been working on.
Sorry, I haven't read it yet. I was gone yesterday.
No, that's fine. This is actually for one I haven't shared yet.
Is that the one you shared with me, or didn't share as in didn't share at all instead of didn't share publicly?
Haven't shared at all.
Okay.
Yeah, the one that I've shared with the people on the call is the first short story that I've written for this role-playing game system. The idea being that any good system that tells a story, you're going to be able to show how it tells a story. So there's going to be 3 or 4 short stories that can also be broken down into system stuff.
So for the one that you did share, which is really good, and as soon as you share it publicly, everyone who's listening to this should go read it. Does that mean you like thought out character action roles? Like, oh, this person could have been a player character in this situation and attempted to make this role, but failed, but succeeded.
Not for that one as it stands, because it's more a flavor text for
Okay.
what does it feel like to be an android. The next one, though, is a detective story, and
Ooh.
it is going to have, character attempted, character succeeded or failed, stuff like that. And the associated roles, how you rolled them, how you determine the what numbers to add and all that.
Cool. Katie's looking pretty good in the corset there. And garter belt, I think.
Yeah.
Well, why not?
Sure, yeah, why not? Like, if you're gonna go and dress up to look hot, why not go all the way?
Yeah. Refill? Thank you. He stood up, so I made him do a chore.
This is your vengeance for Matt insisting that you draw Fox to Sphinx transformation.
You think of all people I could say no to. Came out worse than I meant it to. Alright. You know what? I can make that cuter. Thank you. Actually, let's make it stripey. That sounds cute. There, now it's stripy.
There it is. I do. Can I copy this?
Whoops, dang it. Accidentally opened up a program. It takes a long time to load.
No.
Go away. There.
Oh, excuse me.
You are excused. For now.
I'm with Tay. These super tight corsets are fun to draw.
That's the Riddler. Yeah. No, I don't know.
Oh, wow. Man, that was cute once. I don't think I realized that was all the same day. Save that drawing. Damn, what the hell happened to me? I used to be thin.
Oh, jeez.
Then again, I suppose that corset helps make it look like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, how badly I wanted to buy that.
It's like the Fallout for Mysterious Stranger or whatever.
If you're okay sharing that, I'll post that in the
Sure, why
chat.
not?
Well, I'll edit it slightly and then post it in the chat. Because I would get permission from all the people involved. But I don't think she's around right now. Nope. So, give me a second to crop. So in the Hey Kitty channel on the Discord, you can see both Shen and Anne in their Dark Carnival corsets.
Garden?
Dark Garden, yeah. Sorry,
Dark Carnival corsets evokes, I think, a very different,
slightly different flavor.
a
Dark
little more like white face paint makeup and
Dark
paint
Carnival.
clowns.
Dark Carnival is the name of a really cool bookstore in the Bay Area over in Berkeley. That's all. It's mostly genre fiction, fantasy, sci-fi stuff, and it is reminiscent of places like the bookstore in the Neverending Story. It's the kind of place you walk in and there's just books stacked in piles all over the place, and a grumpy old man behind the counter, but you ask him for a book and he's like, oh, it's like that stack over there about the middle, like knows where everything in the store is. Tay asks if anthroids can get sick. Kind of.
Disable your antivirus and browse the internet in shady spots, and sure.
Right. Sort of, and there are problems that can come up in their biological systems, but they're not so much like viruses, but infections can definitely be an issue. Other things growing in places that they shouldn't be growing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's all an infection really is to some degree, so...
And you've definitely made it clear that their makeup is biological enough.
Yeah.
It's wet. It's warm. There's stuff there. You could get bacteria growing. Sure.
Oh, poor sick android.
Oh, that was me this week.
Oh, jeez.
This is what I
talk
thought of
about
when you
things
said-
growing.
That's exactly what I thought of when you said things growing when they shouldn't be. I was like, so what do they bloom flowers?
So that starts leading into a like very Last of Us sort of scene back down the corridor.
In that case.
I do not know what's going on here.
I don't know either. I was trying to draw some flower people, but it got weird.
I think draw some flower people. It got weird. Is I see now. I was lacking perspective on what was going on there. Now I understand.
Yeah, I'm a good artist.
So the second short story that I'm writing for the role playing book is a noir style detective story where the main character is she's a mouse detective, not like that.
I'm sorry. We
Yeah.
all went there.
Well, I'm not saying that wasn't part of the joke, but Sam Spade if she was a pretty young mouse kind of thing.
Fox, have you read any of the what's his name? Why can't I remember his name? Black Panther detective guy, 1920s setting.
Black Sad.
Black Sad, yeah. Probably yes, considering you remember the name before I did.
I actually haven't read any of the full comics. I've read bits and oh god.
James said it.
I was trying to find my copy of Black Sad, and suddenly someone's face is exploding. Yeah, but yeah, it's I enjoy them. They're pretty good. They're not like amazing. Write your family about, but
yeah, I've heard they're good. The art's gorgeous. I've just never kind of gotten around to.
He's getting a game released on Nintendo Switch sometime next year.
Yep.
So that'll be nice for people who admitted they just bought themselves Nintendo Switches.
I like admitted as though it was.
Like,
You have joined our shame.
I'm
Become one with the Nintendo.
Yeah, but there's only like a couple games I like actually want to play right now. I got it because later on I'm going to want to just freaking annihilate everybody in Smash with Incineroar, my Wrestle Kitty.
Oh yeah. Everybody's main.
Well, so many people hate him, but I love him.
What's to hate?
I don't know.
He poses for fans after every successful attack.
It's so good. He's my favorite.
Well, I guess we know what Jen's drawing next, huh?
I'm ride or die water type, but when I discovered that you could get a kitten that turns into a wrestler, I was like, yes, I will play a fire type today. Matt heard me yelling.
Yeah. I got it for Zelda, but I'm still only a few hours into it. I
Yeah,
played the heck out of Mario for some reason. Just
those are the two
loved
we
it.
got. We got Mario Odyssey and we got Zelda, and we started both last night. And I'm really bad at video games because I keep getting my ass whipped in Zelda.
To
We
be
only have
fair,
3 hearts, and they are really, really hard hitters. Everybody over there.
yeah, like in the beginning of Breath of the Wild, everything is really tough.
I know everybody's too powerful. I can't do it. They're so mean to me. I have a stick. For a minute, I had a really cool woodcutter's axe, but it broke. I miss my axe.
It does have, the Switch does have my favorite video game, at least of the last few years, possibly of all time. Night in the Woods on it, but it's
I did
also
see
on
that.
like everything else.
Yeah, it's also got Stardew Valley, but I owned that on like 2 other systems, so I probably don't need to buy it again.
Hollow Knight though is super fun.
Oh, we've been hearing about that. We saw that last night. And we were like, are we in the mood for that right now?
It's also pretty difficult though. Like, it's a tough one.
It's got cute bugs, and
It
they're
does
all
have cute
hand
bugs.
drawn.
This is your fur work.
The what is fur and what is elemental effect of
I know, right?
Pokemon gets really confusing.
Also, is this belt like a costume, or is this part of your body?
I think it's part of his body. It's the only Pokemon I can think of with like an actual costume item is right now
Champ
is Farfetch'd, who always has a leak.
The champ has the belt too.
That's fair.
Humans, I guess, must not be born with the skull.
Oh, you know about the skull, right?
Oh, I know about the skull. That's how come I'm saying they're not born with the skull.
Right. And hypno.
Oh, yeah, the spoons.
Yeah, the spoons and the stopwatch. I guess that's more like equipment than costume, but
Yeah, close enough. They're psychic types. They do all their damage with their brain, so they're not actually going to hit you with the spoon.
right. Spoon's just there to demonstrate that they don't have to reach you to hit you.
It's a terrible drawing, but you knew what I tried to do.
No, Shen, it's a wonderful drawing. Suplex cat is best cat.
I knew you'd like it, Tay.
All right, we've been going about an hour and a half here. Do you want to keep going for a bit, or
I'm getting really hungry.
then this seems like it's probably a good time to, excuse me, wrap things
any
up.
further, and we risk Shen eating her drawing implements.
And those tablet pens are really expensive. You should not gnaw on them.
No, indeed. Which is something I have to frequently tell my cats.
Right. Before suplexing them.
What are cats for if not the rock bottom?
So that is either a lighthearted wrestling joke or a very bitter old cat lady joke.
It could be both.
They both represent and are subject to my rock bottom. Let's see here. What's going on this month?
All right, let's go through.
I think we're gonna have the rest of the interstitial comics should be wrapped up. I think beginning of December, and then we're going to be getting back to Hey Kitty Chapter 4. Shen's already been working on that, so I've got some backlog, so I have these pages already, and I'm super excited to get them out there. This week we put up the cover for Chapter 4, in part because Mikey had a really terrible week and couldn't get page done, but also because I was just tired of sitting on these and not getting to share them, and so I wanted to get one out there.
I know, Tay, it is quite shocking. I am not rushing to finish the comic this week.
Speaking of comics, though, what is it? Unluckies is now. What are you on?
Webtoon.
Chapter 4?
Oh yeah, got it.
5, something like that. In any case, barreling through over on Webtoon, and all the links still work. So if you go to unluckiescomic.com, it'll take you to the Webtoon.
Yeah.
I'm working on getting a bot implemented that'll automatically update the Pear Discord whenever one of these comics posts, but I haven't quite got it all figured out yet. But I should hopefully have that done soon. And Hey Fox is back after a long hiatus. I'm posting regular comics again, so next one will go up tomorrow, Monday.
Next will go tomorrow, featuring Beefy Boys arm wrestling. Probably.
Yeah, that became a thing. I didn't mean for it to, but it's a thing now. I think that's everything I can think of. Do y'all have anything?
Nope, don't reckon. As long as y'all reading Unluckies.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, keep reading Unluckies. Keep reading Hey Kitty. Stay tuned for some Hey Fox. And I don't know if it'll happen in December or January, but hopefully in December we'll have a new Pear comic launching as well.
I didn't even know that. Yes.
So yeah,
who's
keep
the
an eye out for
mastermind
that.
behind this new one? Can we?
This will be a new artist.
A new artist. Ooh.
Yeah, so I'm working with a Witch of Yarns to build a new project.
I was gonna ask if I knew them.
So hopefully that'll be out soon. All right,
All right.
that's it. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.